Alright, this video is on a Mark III that I'm repairing. One of the last repairs that I'm ever going to do. Doing it because I knew the guy. And he asked me to a lot, so I finally gave in and got this in and actually did the repairs, and then he wants some mods done to it or undone to it depending on the way you look at it. It wasn't receiving at all, and it's nice clean Mark III. I could see why you wanted it worked on. So anyway, wanted the receive repaired, so we got it. Said the transmit was good, so looked at the receive and checked the voltages out the power supply, and they were fine. And one of the first things I always check is over there in that back corner there, those two small 6DS4 marked V1 and V2 are two small Nuvistor tubes, just a small high gain low noise tube, and Brownings run two of those in series to give them the gain of a higher tube. Well, actually they're low noise, but they don't have that high a gain, so they run two of them in series, and the two in series gives the same gain as a pentode or a regular high gain tube, but it's a lot less noise. So Browning uses that circuit. That's the first RF amplifier on the receive, because it is a very low noise circuit. One of the best circuits for tube radios they are for a receiver. But one of the problematic things about it is they use the two tubes in filament, and Jesus, late at night, excuse me, in series for the high voltage. So let's say it runs 300 volts on the first tube, and the first tube drops it to 150, and then it's 150 to ground on the second tube. But if they're not getting a good connection, they'll lose that voltage, and they won't conduct or won't work. And that's a weak spot of any radio that has Nuvistor in it, or especially two in series. So this radio originally had this Nuvistor here. Don't know if you can see it. It's not a 6DS4. It's a 7586. Probably of equivalent. I didn't even look it up. But anyway, it was not getting any voltage, high voltage through this one. And I don't know if you can see the pins, but they're pretty dirty, pretty messed up. And it's hard to clean those pins, to get in there with the good cleaner or burnish or whatever you're going to do. It's not easy to get in there and clean them effectively because they're so small and delicate, and you can't get in there. And since this was a mismatched tube where one of them was a 6DS4, we just replaced it with another 6DS4 I had. So they're both the same tube. Cleaned the sockets on the one that was in there. It wasn't bad. And the other one is a good tube where the pins look, like new, like they're supposed to, nice and shiny, and fired up the receiver. And the receiver worked good. So I'm like, okay, got it working. Gotta be happy. But then, of course, he's like, well, I want you to look at the ping, and the transmit is doing too many watts, and external speaker don't work, and I've seen some other stuff too with this thing, and I'm like, oh man, that's why I don't like working on radios. I don't really want a project. But anyway, since I got it and started on it, I guess I'll go through the rest of it. Oh, also, it came with this Glen VFO. Again, this is not mine, and the Glen VFO wasn't working either. One, it wasn't programmed correctly, and two, it had a short in the small coax connector going into the transmitter. So we did make an ugly splice right there and got rid of the short. Because we don't have that kind of coax, and again, I didn't bargain for all that fixing anyway. But anyway, we got the VFO programmed correctly and working, and receiver working, and it's coming along. Except for the mods he wanted. You can see over here that there's an added big power resistor. It's in parallel, that one there at the bottom of the picture frame there, or the video. They doubled up on that resistor, and that's the voltage dropping resistor going into the RF power tube. So when you strap it like that or put a more resistance on it, you get more dead key. And then, you know, after I got the radio, the guy's like, no, we don't want more dead key. It's dead key in about 5 watts. He wants it less dead key to drive something, so he wants it to dead key about 1.5. So we're going to have to take out the mod and then figure out put even more resistance in there to drop that dead key. And then figure out, you know, go through the rest and see what else is going on with this radio. But anyway, as you can tell, the receive's working. And that's actually on a dummy load. You know, Tram Doctor got that high noise level. And if we're on the right channel and if it's all tuned up and spotted up, hopefully. Short ping, guy wants a longer ping, I think, or it wasn't pinging at all. Well, it wouldn't without the receive. And that's the 5 watt dead key. Audio, not bad swing. And that's on average or RMS. Audio. Meter's not working for RF. It works for milliamps and modulation. If we spotted that up, it would ping a little better, but still short ping. So we're gonna have to drop the dead key and do a couple other things to this thing. And also the VFO's connect to channel 23, so like I say, we set the settings right. I made a video on that already, how to set the settings. And with that shorten the coax, so hopefully we're on the right channel. And you can see here the VFO 26969, and over there on the counter on the output 26969. Let me lock the mic. And then I'm just going to change the VFO. Let's just put it on high. 27.5. And then over here on the counter 27.5. You can see the watts dropped a lot though, down to 1/2 watt, because these radios are not that wide band. Back to 27 on the low on that, and 27.07 here, and back up to the watts. So as you can see, it's mostly working. So I guess we'll go through the rest for the guy. Also, he was asking about, you know, taking out this mod for the low, CB, and high, but you pretty much need that, especially if you're gonna use a VFO on a transmitter and have all these extra channels. What this already has in it is it's got the crystals for the low frequency and the high frequency. So low would be 40 below, you know, up to 1, and then high would be, you know, 40 and above on the receiver, and CB would be your regular. Actually, it's not 40. It's more like 25. So my bad. Like I say, Tram Doctor's a little sleepy. It's late. So low is up to 23B. High would be up to 27595, channel 59, and low would be 25 channels or so under. I would say take the sticker off, because you know what it's doing with that. Originally, these older Brownings with I'm going to take the sticker off. With manual would be the dial, and it would be one bank, just up to, you know, channel 23B, and then crystal 1 would be a crystal that you would put on the inside of the receiver. Same with crystal 2, XLT1 and X2, mark X1 and X2, and that would be those blue sockets there. You would plug your crystals. Let's say you're on channel 6 and 19 all the time, so you could get a channel 6 crystal and channel 19 crystal and plug in the X1 or X2, and then go to channel 6 or 19 or whatever crystal you plugged in directly. Oh, let me unkey this thing. And but later, when the 40 channels came out, well, not even before the 40 channels, when people were into channels, they came up with the you know, the high frequency and the normal on that switch marked manual X1, X2, and what it would do, it'd go to this dial here, this updated dial with 2 frequencies, where, you know, it's got one on the low or the regular frequency and the high frequency, even marked right here, HF, would start at channel 28 and go all the way up to channel 59. So that's the more updated Browning Mark III with this dial, and they changed the markings on that and got rid of the XL12 crystal like that. So anyway, that's about all on this one. So we're in the process of getting this one going even better, but we getting there. But that's gonna be it as far as Tram Doctor doing other people's radios. All right, got enough of my own to do. That's it for this one. Bye.